Who doesn't have one?
I don't have one.
Okay.
Oh.
That was tasty. Delish. Okay.
Are you okay?
That sounds a little painful.
It kind of hurt.
Do you need to take like a Tums or
Hold
something?
You have that report sheet? We need to write it down. Nero burped weird.
Yeah, I don't think that works under incident reports, man.
Incident report. All right, I'm good.
Okay. One of the two of you has to intro because me and Ashley introed.
Okay. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Nero, back with the Arizona Studios crew with the series New Script on the Block Before the Scene. I'm your host, Nero, for this time, and right next to me, to my right, is...
Graham Pritchard.
Oh, snap! Right in front of me is the lovely...
Which one of us? Because we're both in front of you.
You're right.
Right in front of. Okay, gotcha. Alyssa.
Sounded like a robot. Alyssa.
And right beside her is...
Ashley.
And we are...
Do you ever think he just forgot our names?
All the time.
Yeah.
My secret.
I don't do this often because I'm pretty good with names. But we were on a shoot recently. I'm not going to name names. We were on a shoot recently.
Because you can't remember.
And someone was on the shoot who was new to me, and I know their name, but the problem is their name is close or similar to another name. You guys ever done that where it's like, I keep forgetting, are you... Graham's pointing at Alyssa and Ashley because our names are very similar. Yeah, like it makes it confusing because I'm sitting there like, I know... I'm just going to say as a made-up. Like, let's pretend her name is Crystal, and I thought it was, like...
Krista.
Yeah, or something similar to that.
Bristol.
Like, Christy versus Crystal or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just, like, I catch myself on the fence of...
Is it this?
Fuck, which one is it? Is it Crystal or is it Krista? I can't remember. Should I just go for it or should I ask her? And now it's like the third time I've done this today. So if I get her name wrong at this point in the day, do I look like an asshole who forgot her halfway through the day?
You just say Crystal.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you talking about Ashley? Did you forget Ashley?
How'd you fucking know?
That would be a shame if she found out.
You know what my brain
That'd be
does?
really awkward, too.
Yeah, right?
My brain is like that Scott Pilgrim thing where it's like
The wheel?
A wheel, and then it's you, it's Alyssa, Ashley, and Claire's name on it, and I spin it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I hear that. I think I can tell I can tell that we spend too much time together when I start, like, calling other people in my lives the names of, like, the people in this room.
Oh, my
like,
God,
it's
that's
like, fuck.
That's my aunt. But
Yeah.
with, like, because at one time, like, all of the kids were, like, around the same age.
Yeah.
And then when I came into the picture, I was just young enough, but she would have to roster through all of, like, her kids and then my brother and then get to me.
Don't get me wrong, Graham. I don't know you well enough yet for you to be on my wheel, but my wheel is my brother, Brennan, the oldest of my siblings, Nero, because I see him every fucking day for the past 6 years.
Well, my bad.
Except for...
Don't tell
that's
people
really-
my schedule.
I'm sorry, except for
we'll censor that. We'll
Just
bleep
bleep
that
that.
out. And then Ryan. So it's like those are my three people that I spin my wheel and
Boys.
hope I get
She
the
said
right
boys.
name.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
She
three
said
boys.
boys.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I heard
She said
people.
boys.
No, I get all the girls' names right.
Thanks.
Okay.
Vagina respect.
Hey, speaking of that, when I brought in saying, and the lovely, is that wrong? Am I not allowed to do that?
I don't think it is, but
Okay, just wondering. In this
I
climate
think that some
of-
feminists are a little bit more like,
I think-
sensitivo to certain things than others.
It's like
Sensitivo.
you know Alyssa on a pretty...
Yeah, I find it flattering. If it was
Yeah.
I will say, this is me being like a little prejudiced, I guess.
Uh-oh.
But if it was an older white man and he called me lovely, then I wouldn't like it because I would assume that it was like a sexist
I can
thing.
understand
Yeah.
that, yeah.
But it's Nero.
Yeah, you're my friend. Like
Yeah.
I know you. I don't think that you think that I'm just a pretty face.
Guys, she said it publicly. She said it on the podcast. Let this play out. She said she called me her friend. sorry, what were we doing? We were doing this new series. Well, not new anymore, but a series that is Before the Scene.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Come on, brain.
It's been a day, everyone.
What is the script in front of us?
We're doing Knives Out.
Woohoo!
Cool.
We're doing the scene in Knives Out, like the pivotal end scene with the big reveal.
So this
Ooh.
one's spoiler
This
heavy.
Very
is a
spoiler.
big spoiler-heavy episode. So
Oh, hell
definitely,
yeah.
if you haven't seen Knives Out, go watch Knives Out and then tune back in and meet us at page 120.
We're talking about January 25th, 2019 spoiled. Because it's, late date milk.
Like milk?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, that was lit. Okay.
How many characters are here?
I actually think there's not that many people who are actually speaking in this scene in particular.
There's 3.
Ooh, dibs on Ransom.
Oh, I figured you would have done Blanc.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
amazing.
a southern accent.
Yes.
Oh, I could do that.
Okay, I'll do Ransom.
I'll do Blanc.
Wait, who's Ransom again?
That's Chris Evans. The sweater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wait.
Did you say
Steve?
Chris Evans and he paused?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really bad with actors' names.
Captain
That's-
America.
okay, I was gonna say, that's Steve, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if he gets tired of that.
What?
Chris Evans
Getting called Captain
said,
America?
"Oh, that's just Captain America over
Hey,
there."
if I were
I'm
him.
sorry, would you get tired of being considered a national hero when all you did was act?
And also, like,
It's true.
what,
If I ever saw him, I'd say, "Thank you for your."
I would, if I were him, I would rather be associated with Captain America and not the Human Flame.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
Fantastic
Human
Four.
Torch.
Human Torch. My bad.
That was cute.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
It's
Franchise.
been a while
Anyway.
since anyone's watched that movie.
Yeah,
You
let's
guys
not talk
watched
about
that movie?
Well, yeah,
We all
that
saw it when it
one.
first came out. We didn't know.
I didn't watch the new one though. I heard that was terrible.
I haven't watched that one. I was opposed to it happening when it happened.
Yeah.
Much
That
like
one
I
had-
was opposed to the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies when those came out.
The Amazing Spider-Man. Anyway,
Yeah,
you're gonna
that's
say
a word.
something.
Oh, it's just that that newest Fantastic Four movie had really good actors in it.
Yeah, it did, and
So
then it just
sad.
completely.
That's the bummer. It really, and that's what I'm talking about, how it stings more when it's like,
Good
You
actors.
wanna
these are
like
people I
it.
trusted and I wanted to like this.
Yep.
Anyway, Knives Out's a great movie.
Okay, Knives Out.
Do you want to be Marta or do you want to be the
I'll read
narrator?
narration.
Who can do well? Is it wrong to want to do the accent because we know that's how it was performed?
Look, if one of us is doing a Hispanic accent, it's definitely her. But I don't think she has one.
I don't have one.
I meant, I'm not sure if Marta did. Did she?
She has a
Yeah,
little,
she had
little bit of
she has
an
a little bit of an
accent,
accent.
yeah. Well, I can't do that. So,
Yeah. I can't either.
one, because I can't do the accent, and two, because, I just don't want to be offensive.
It's okay. I'm probably gonna do a worse job at it. So
All right, cool.
I can't think of an accent. Or at least I can't.
You grew
think
up
of,
in El Paso? Is
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
So just think of home for a little while. and-
I
and give it a
wait.
moment to sink in. Come on,
Ye-
pull those repressed memories back up to the surface.
No.
Trooper Wagner has one. Is that chicken or that rooster's name from the Looney Tunes? Foghorn Leghorn?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
Foghorn?
Yes.
Foghorn.
I say.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm a talker like that.
That's it. You're getting a little Italian in there, but
I
yeah.
So let us get going. This is on page 120. If you find the script online, which we have the links for.
In the description below,
Yeah, that thing.
on the video and the SoundCloud, yeah, on our YouTube,
Everything.
but not on Apple Podcasts. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, then just sit tight and listen.
Take our word for it.
Yeah.
I forgot that we're gonna speak like that. Like
We're gonna do
we're gonna just breathe on each other.
ASMR. Ugh.
It
That is
does-
the
It
worst.
does already feel like hot over here. I'm not gonna lie.
It's because of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right next to your
Yeah,
word.
it is.
Oh.
We're trying to keep you warm.
What's happening? Oh my gosh, my eyes.
It's okay, listeners.
right.
Nothing happened.
Interior 20 or Interior.
Wrong script.
Wrong script. Okay, interior. Sorry.
1209
Thank you, God.
Columbus Road. Dash
Interior.
flashback.
Okay. Interior. 1209 Columbus Road. Dash flashback. Marta turns away from the dying Fran. Oh wait, this isn't where we're at.
What?
Interior library. For the first time, Ransom looks afraid.
Fran's alive?
Okay. You saw the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember this part. Well, I don't remember how he reacted.
He's calm.
Oh.
Calm down.
Oh, hold on.
Calm
hold
down.
on. This is his read, though.
You're right.
That's
You're
true.
And
right.
then when we see
Do
it,
what you want with it,
Yeah.
Graham. For the first time, Ransom looks afraid.
Fran's alive?
Marta's phone starts to ring. They all see the caller ID. It's the hospital.
Should I?
Yes, please do the accent.
Okay, hold on. I need to get myself warmed up here. Oh, yes, Fran, who will confirm this fair story or something close to it, and will send you, Hugh, to jail.
She answers the call, puts the phone to her ear.
Yes.
A long beat, then her face breaks in relief.
Yes, thank you, doctor. That's great news. We'll be there soon.
She hangs up and smiles with radiant joy.
It's okay. She's ready to talk.
Ransom stares at Marta, his face a mask.
Trooper Wagner, if you would keep Mr. Drysdale in custody while Lieutenant Elliot, Mrs. Cabrera, and myself go to the hospital to take Fran's statement.
Ransom stands, steps to Marta, who's frozen, looking in his eyes. His poker face breaks, and he grins.
I want to say this just to you, not to a courtroom of cameras. Just to you because you know it's the truth. We allowed you into our home. We allowed you to take care of Granddad, to be a part of our family. And now you think you can steal it from us? You think I'm not going to fight for our birthright, our home, our ancestral family home?
Harlan bought this house in the 80s from a Pakistani real estate baron.
Oh,
Baron.
Yeah, Baron. Baron. Oh, excuse me. I mispronounced that word. Let me start over again. Here we go. Harlan bought this house in the 80s from a Pakistani real estate baron.
Oh, shut up, Blanc. Shut up. Shut up with that Kentucky Fried Foghorn Raghorn drawl. Yeah, I killed Fran, but I guess I didn't. So what do you have on me? Nothing. So what do you have on me? What does nothing what mean?
Maybe he's like stumbling on words. Maybe like.
No, he says, what do you have on me? Nothing.
What? Attempted murder?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I guess there's no period? Or does it need a period?
It's missing a period.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
You're correct.
Ooh, this writer.
All right.
Grammatical errors.
is
You're a
down.
professional.
So what do you have on me? Nothing. What? Attempted murder? I get arson for the bombing, maybe a few other charges. With a good lawyer, I'll be out before you know it.
Face to face, Ransom's face hateful, Marta's strong and set.
And you'll see just how much hell I can wreak on your life. You vicious little bitch.
Ow, that hurt.
But then Marta's face starts to do things, odd things, convulses. Her jaw clenches, her cheeks bulge, and the projectile vomits into Ransom's face.
Ah, what the shit?
That's gonna be my new ringtone.
Oh my god, I love that.
He falls back cursing. She drops to her knees, spitting. Wagner, inappropriately excited.
That means she was lying.
That's right. Fran's dead. And you just confessed to her murder.
Ransom takes this in. Then he smirks.
Well, in for a penny.
In one fluid motion, he spins to the ornamental wall of knives, grabs one,
No.
and tackles Marta. Time slows as Blanc and Elliot lunge to stop him, but it's too late. Ransom and Marta fall together, his arm arcing down. And as they hit the ground, his arm comes down, plunging the knife up to the hilt in her chest. They lie still, breathing hard, her eyes wide with pain and horror, his cold and wild. But then she blinks, squints, and he cocks his head, realizing something. Withdraws the knife from her chest. Its fake blade had retracted into the handle. It's a theatrical prop. He pumps it up and down a few times. The spring makes a pathetic toy noise. Ransom smirks.
All right. Shit.
And is violently tackled out of frame by Trooper Wagner. Leaving Marta lying on her back, Blanc shouting if she's all right, Elliot and Wagner wrestling Ransom into cuffs. It all fades into the background as she holds the knife and stares at the ceiling. And that's the end of the scene that we were watching.
Knives out.
Knives out!
Roll
I
credits.
love that scene.
I just want to compare, again, like, the descriptive nature of, like, every little detail of the facial reactions, the body movements, the attitude that they have when they're doing things. Like, this is what I wanted to see
Can we do that?
in Avengers.
Can we?
In our previous
episode
Yeah.
on Avengers Endgame. Please go listen to it now.
And how disappointed we were.
In the script, not the movie,
Yes.
the script. But yeah, like we still have the
Yeah.
other
Script.
script in here. It's like, yeah, you could definitely tell, like, just that little bit of description on, like, for right before she hurls.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Like the vividness of
Ooh,
how they
yeah.
describe her face.
yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it was really good. I also think, so I recently watched the scene. You guys are about to watch it again. But I did immediately notice at least one thing that changed about the dialogue. So I'm interested to, when we watch the scene, see if you guys pick that up.
Okay.
But for the most part, it seems pretty tat for tat. Yeah, the descriptiveness in the action descriptions is good.
I do like any action description where it's like broken up a little bit.
Mhm.
In on page 122, in starting with in one fluid motion, he spins to the ornamental wall of knives, grabs one, and then there's a dash there, and there's a line. Blanc says no, and then it comes back to say and tackles Marta.
Yeah, with
I
the
like that.
dot,
because
and then everything after that has spaces. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that break where it's like kind of whatchamacallit. If you didn't know what was happening, he was grabbing a knife, but then you don't know why he's like, who's he gonna attack? And then it goes to Marta,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
I like that in scripts, and I
For
wish
sure.
I could do that more.
I think that section on page 122 also, like, it does a really good job of giving the very specific choreography. Like, you know exactly what's happening in the scene and where it's happening. But you also, like you said, because it's broken up, you can tell that the writer intentionally breaks up each line with a specific intent so that the next line is a reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how like the knives or that like knife, what do they call it? Wheel?
The throne of knives.
Yeah, like whatever
The
that is. You know
oriental-
how like all the interviews are like right in front of that, kind of like setting it up. Is that kind of like what we were talking about in our script sins? The thing where it's like make sure you like establish
Something.
and then that's like seen in the probably very first frame of the movie.
Yeah.
Actually, that could be interesting if, like, we find that beginning interview, if it does say something along those lines, and then we already know that because of what happens later.
They talk about it, like
Yeah.
they describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, they made a good job. They made a good job. They did a good job
They
in that
made a
movie
good
of, like,
job.
wrapping up every little thing.
Yeah.
Phil is very useful.
Thank you, Graham.
Yeah.
Nah, I say you need to
She's
give
trying to get
Ashley some
points.
credit here. She's doing all the work.
What was that noise? What the?
You're playing it.
What? Where?
I don't know. Go back to Trello.
God damn it. Hold on.
Oh, did we cut?
No.
We're gonna watch the video now, guys.
Okay, bye. This podcast is brought to you by Arizona Studios. Arizona Studios, a full-service video content specialist. We're here to illuminate your message and compel your audience to take the right action. For more information, head to our website at arizonastudios.com and be sure to tune in for more content on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. It's a great
A fair cinema event.
Would you concur?
So, yeah. I mean,
It did exactly what the script said.
yeah, I mean, the changes were pretty minor.
I mean, it was probably just because it felt more natural to say the things that they said. Just
Yeah.
the little bit of dialogue that was different.
Yeah, it was probably just came more naturally, you're right.
But it didn't change anything.
And the thing with the phone, like him revealing that he was recording the conversation, I feel like that just made sense.
Yeah, it just gives a little more evidence that they for sure got him.
Well, and
Yeah,
also
I
does
mean, on top of having 3 eyewitnesses that are all police officers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
didn't they do that in the beginning though of the movie, where they
Record
like
everything?
yeah,
I think so. That's
Yeah.
why he had it on.
right.
I don't know. I feel like this movie did a really good job of tying stuff back, and I need to like almost rewatch it to catch every little thing that they
For
did.
sure. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I like those kinds of movies.
Didn't we all see this together?
So good. Yes,
We did.
Yeah.
We saw this all together
Yay!
as a family.
As a family.
I know Nero and I have talked about it before, but man, I'm so hyped for the resurgence of whodunit films, and I'm ready for more. I'm going to have my butt in all of those seats.
All the seats at one
All
time.
the seats.
What other whodunit films are coming out?
Well, we're getting another Murder on the Orient Express, but you know,
Really?
whatever the new title is for the next one,
Ah.
because I think that's also a book franchise. So
Murder on the Orient Plain.
It's a
Murder on the Oriental restaurant.
On the restaurant. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's a murder on the restaurant, not like in the
roof,
restaurant. Yeah,
as they
on the
would
roof.
And I
say.
did hear a
Yeah.
rumor that the detective character from this is getting a sequel as well, but I don't know like the legitimacy of that.
Like, I almost feel like he, to me, and how I saw everything go down, is that he didn't really do much. Because Marta, we already knew that Marta was behind that whole murder that night.
Yeah.
I found the name of it.
Go ahead.
It's Death on the Nile is the next of the Murder on the Orient Express.
Ooh, Death on the Nile.
I like the Murder on the Orient Plain better.
Seaplane.
Seaplane.
Yeah.
Submarine. Murder on the Orient Submarine.
Okay.
We just like the word Orient.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
So, yeah, and I would definitely, if they ever decide to do a Clue reboot, I would actually be down for that one. I would be there
For
just to see some newer actors doing it.
Different, with different endings, too.
Oh, for sure. Like if we pulled another original Clue screenings and had multiple ending options, that you could like
No,
get
you know what'd
any
be
potential
cool?
one.
Remember Bandersnatch on
oh yeah, on
You
Netflix.
could, like,
Did you ever
choose.
do that?
Yeah.
I did not. I did not get on the choose your own ending hype train.
Don't you like those games though? Like
Define like. I mean, fail miserably at
Well-
might be a closer definition to reality.
the okay.
I mean, we saw what I did to Detroit, so.
What did you do?
I
It's-
killed everyone.
The
It's
worst
alright.
ending?
I got
One
the
of,
worst
yeah.
possible ending. I can guarantee
Hey, you
it.
got
It's
it through
okay.
it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and it was a journey.
Yep.
At least, well,
I don't really feel that way though, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
two of your characters ended up fine, right? Because I thought me and
Who are
you
the two
shared
that we're talking about.
Connor and
No, Connor kills himself
oh
in front of everyone at the rally.
oh
That does not sound.
Wait.
That's one of the
Was it-
endings of a game called...
Detroit become
Detroit
human.
Become Human. There's a shit ton of endings, so you probably won't get the same as us. But
But Alyssa
Um,
killed everyone. So
the other-
if you're out there trying to figure out if it's possible, folks, it is.
it's been so long
There's like
since
a
I've played.
dog.
It doesn't
that also
matter.
died. Like, not even part of the story, but just because of how bad you did.
Yeah. The poor
Like,
choices I made.
Killed a random
Yeah.
dog. It's like,
I-
also...
In all of those decision-based games, I have not been successful in making good choices, I guess. Well,
make-
I didn't do terrible on, what was...
In real life. Uh-oh.
No comment. I was gonna say in Life is Strange. That was that. You know.
I haven't played that one.
You feel like it's more
I need to,
forgiving,
though.
though?
What do you mean?
Like, was playing Detroit Become Human harder and the decisions to make harder
Yes.
than Life is Strange?
Hands down.
Well, you
Okay,
can
that sounds
reverse
a little bit more.
Life is Strange, right? Like go back like a little bit.
There are rules to it,
But,
but yeah, you
yeah,
can. Like, you
yeah.
do play through a moment, and then you immediately get a chance to rewind, and you can choose to do it differently or do it the way you did it the first time or whatever you think is best.
There's a Walking Dead
I-
version, too. You should play that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't want to make decisions.
I don't, yeah.
It's not a game.
Yeah. Why don't you just give me a list of chores to do and I'll go do them? I'm in for those Batman games, man. Like, just give me the list of chores, tell me where to go, and I'll
Point
do
A,
it.
point B.
Yep, I'm just gonna press X a bunch.
Look at ground, look at ceiling.
Yeah.
Solve riddle.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, a question mark.
Damn you, Riddler.
So Knives Out, yeah.
Yeah.
I did like that whole slow motion, like breakthrough on the script.
Yeah.
Matched the breakthrough, like visually when it was done.
Can we do a quick check on who writer versus director? Is it same person, different person?
Oh, yeah.
Fact check.
Yeah, because this one, again, like, this script was pretty detailed, and then going into production, it looks like the way they shot it felt very similar to how it was described in the script, so.
Knives Out.
You know the actress that plays
Yep.
Marta.
Same person.
Both. Yep.
He did both.
Ryan Johnson.
Good for you, man.
So Ryan Johnson wrote it too.
Yes.
Yes.
Written by.
Hey, there are periods, you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he did.
And,
He did us a
you
few.
know,
He had a few grammatical.
added another
the
the.
that, or something
they.
like
The
that.
they.
They. Okay. All right.
But other than that,
Ryan, put your glasses on,
it
buddy.
other than that, it was perfect.
Other than that,
It was
you
pretty
know,
great.
We enjoyed it, Ryan. You know.
What about the girl that plays Marta?
Oh, she can be very ethnically ambiguous.
I
if
can
she
see that.
wanted to.
I can.
Are you
yeah.
asking if she's like actually what her
Well, I know
character
what she
plays,
is.
or
She's a human.
yeah? You
Well,
don't see-
not in Blade Runner, but okay.
Oh, that's
is her.
true. That is
She's
true.
Joy.
She's a freaking hologram. Yep. She's born in Cuba.
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 Her birthday's coming up soon.
Interesting.
Well, happy birthday.
I watched
In
Blade
April.
Runner, but for some reason that's not ringing a bell. She's the
She's a hologram.
She's
chick.
the
that he's, like,
hologram.
obsessed with.
Yes.
Yeah, I
in
gotcha.
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, it was a pretty movie.
Ryan Gosling staring at things in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I describe it about that way. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
staring
yeah.
at
It
things.
was a pretty movie. Do you ever see movies and you think like, yeah, this is a great painting? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on. Let me pause. Screen cap.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think didn't we talk about that, like, being worried that movies are just gonna be like super pretty, but
But have
like,
no substance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was one of those that we were discussing? Was
I don't know.
any
That's a good question.
A24
That's
movie?
fair. Any
like that?
A24 movie. Hey. Okay. I like what they're doing with horror.
Okay.
And I feel like, man, now is such a good time for horror films. I'm very excited.
really
about
is.
it.
Yeah,
really is.
sure. Yeah.
Actually.
Woo to that.
Although right now, as in
Ashley's
this month in
favorite.
particular, isn't a good month for movies, period.
Well, in general, for any place that has more than 10 people gathering in a
Oh,
place.
this is her?
Sponsored by coronavirus
Oh.
vaccine.
Which will be out by the time this episode releases.
Hopefully.
Apparently it's in Canada right now.
Oh, yeah?
Really? It's
Yeah.
gotten there?
They have one. They have it here.
Shit.
Some other European country has it now too.
Great.
They're like, hey, we got it.
I think we're getting close too.
Yeah, it's like
It's close to being everywhere.
We just want to let
Coronavirus and the
the
vaccine.
population
Is it in
defeat a little
Hawaii?
bit more first.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But yes.
whoa.
Graham said it,
And
not
then
the rest
I
of us.
want it to be like cut to like the Indian head. Like, please stand by.
Yeah.
Look, when I was talking about population decrease, I mean, I meant in a more general sense. I wasn't being specific to a particular group of people.
He knew.
Oh my gosh,
That's
these
so
episodes
funny.
are getting highly
So-
edited.
Not appropriate. It's a good thing we only have like 5 to 10 listeners at any given time. So.
Hi, Dewey.
Unsubscribed.
Oh,
I
shit got
mentioned
too
me too
real.
many times in the past couple episodes.
All right, well, I mean, that's it for that, unless there's anything significant we would like to bring up.
No, I mean, I feel like we talked about all the key points of how it's written, and I think it's a very satisfying script. I think I've just learned that in Hollywood that, writers should just direct their own shit, and then their script will actually be, like, good.
And how they want it.
The less people involved, the better.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, cool beans. I think we'll close out this episode then if no
This
one
is
has
a
anything
short
else.
episode.
Hey,
Probably.
Which is totally fine because, this shit takes time. Right, Graham? Animating it? Ugh, it's the worst.
It wasn't too short, was it?
so do you want to close it out then?
Are we doing ASMR? Is this what's happening?
We're gonna switch to ASMR close out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
Who's going?
You. Nose goes.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. This has been New Script on the Blog. This was an episode of Before the Scene, and you'll see us, or you'll hear us next time.